Yeah, hi everyone. Coming back again with the third video covering many diagram based questions related to endodontics. So going in detail, I hope you guys are very clear about this. Palato-gingival groove is most common in the case of your maxillary lateral incisors. Okay, and this is what the palato-gingival groove. You can see the palato-gingival groove which is filled with a glass enamel cement. Okay, this is what the palato-gingival groove is. And I hope you know that there are two types of radicular cyst. One is base cyst and second one is true cyst. Okay, so base cyst is, it provides a bay. Okay, it provides is a continuation of the root canal morphology, and the cyst opens into the root canal morphology. That's a bay providing a bay. Whereas true cyst is, it's nowhere related to the root canal, and it is completely lined by epithelium, so it is called as a true cyst. So whereas base cyst, it is not completely lined by epithelium because at one point it has connection into the root canal system. So that's a basic difference between the base cyst and true cyst. These are the two types of radicular cyst, and you can clearly see a guttapacha used to trace the sinus tract opening. This is what the guttapacha on radiograph in the sinus tract opening. And as I have explained you clearly that palato-gingival grooves are most commonly on the maxillary lateral incisors, and you can see there are three types of palato-gingival grooves, that is type 1 and type 2 and type 3. Type 1 is a groove is short but not beyond 1/3 of the coronal 1/3 of the root, whereas type 2 is long beyond coronal 1/3 of the root, but it is shallow corresponding to a normal or a simple root canal system, whereas type 3 is very long, it's beyond the coronal 1/3 of the root, deep and corresponding to a complex root canal system. It's a simple root canal system, it's a complex root canal system. So recently they have asked a question related to type 2 type of palato-gingival groove in the recent SRship papers of end of Aiims. So we can predict a repeat in this session also. So please make a note about these types. Next goes is this is an occlusal radiograph. So occlusal radiograph is most commonly used to check the palatal abscess, and of course you can clearly see the palatal abscess in relation to the maxillary anterior, and if you clearly observe this, you can see a palato-gingival groove here. So maxillary palatal abscess are most common in the maxillary lateral. The reason is because maxillary lateral is most commonly associated with the palato-gingival groove, which provides an access for the organisms to infect it. So next goes is, this is a thermophil, a type of obturating system where you have an alpha phase guttapacha attached to it. These are different types of obturating systems. This is thermophil. Simple fill will have apical plug here, and this is JS quick fill, where which is connected to a micromotor like device. Okay, this is DG16, where DG means David Green, 16 means the working tip is 16 millimeters, and you have, this is DG16 clear, and this is you can compare the DG16 to 17. Okay, so this is two different ends. Okay, recently they have asked Aiims 2018, they have asked a question related to this DG1623. Two ends they have different, then it is with two numbers, they're different, whereas here it is same, both ends are same, so by which you can identify and come out with the right answer. So these all are endodontic explorers. All these are endodontic explorers which helps in identifying the canal orifices, as well as helps in identifying the correct angulation of the canals. This is a Molar Bar, where you have a long shank and is used for calcified canals. This is endo axis bar, used to prepare axis opening. This is jet bar, which is a side cutting bar. Okay, no end cutting, it has a side cutting, and is used to enlarge the orifice once the axis is opened. This is a transmetal bar, which is used to break the crowns, or which is used to prepare the axis opening through the crown. This is endo box, where you can keep your files. This is bar sterilizer, where you can keep the bars inside and keep it in autoclave. Bar sterilizer. I hope you are very good at this. This is a electronic apex locator. This is a grid, intraoral periapical grid, where you can see the grid blocks on it. Each side, each grid block is 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter in length and 1 millimeter in breadth. These are endo brushes, which are all called as navi tips, which are used to clean the root canal morphology or root canal systems. This is endovac, once asked in the Aiims. These are different types of tips that are available in endovac. Okay, master delivery tip, and the macro cannula and the micro cannula, which has multiple vents, which is a type of irrigation system. This is epexum. I hope we have already discussed about this on the group. So this is something like this is a moving instrument. You can see a lash here. This is a moving instrument which you can place into the periapical lesion through the root canal morphology, and you can start the system where it's going to remove all the periapical system. You can just, this is how you have to place it in the root canal. So once you start, this is all periapical lesion. It can be used to remove the non-responding periapical cysts or periapical lesions. I hope you are very good at this. This is SAF, self-existing file. Today's exam we have given this. This is endo finisher, XP endo finisher. This is endo motor. You'll have a wire here. You'll have a wire extending. Now there are many cordless systems available without wire, but regularly they will have wire. And this almost looks like your micromotor, but this is the initial rotary instrument, which is called as an anthogyr. You have an opening, like similarly like your micromotor, you will have an opening. You have to attach this to the micromotor. So easy way of identifying the anthogyr is it looks like a micromotor with an opening at one side, but attached to a rotary file. Whereas this is like you don't have an opening end here. So that's a way how you can differentiate a handpiece of endomotor with anthogyr. I hope you know this. Light amplification by stimulation emission of radiation, full form of laser. Okay, these are very fine, right? Very fine and refined. So these are silver points, which you can appreciate on the radiograph, and they can be introduced only up to 25 number preparation, and they can be used in the case of tortuous and fine canals where gatapacha cannot be inserted because gatapacha will get folded if you insert it in the narrow canals. And the mode by which the silver cones are sterilized by passing them 2 to 3 times or 3 to 4 times over the Bunsen burner flame. Okay, this is a device where you can see the device. So this is a pulse oximeter, a manually made pulse oximeter, and this is a textbook based diagram they can give because Aiims people, they have given already. This is a pulse oximeter textbook based picture, and I hope you guys, this pulse oximeter works on Beard's law. This is what the Beard's law, if you want you can go ahead. This is what laser Doppler flowmetry, which works on the Doppler's principle, means an echo. This is the echo, and the photo detector helps in detecting the echo. This is a textbook based pic of your laser Doppler flowmetry, which is other type of other non-invasive method of detecting the pulp vitality, particularly the blood supply. Okay, this is a file retrieval system. You can clearly see this is a Masterman kit. If it is a Masterman instrument, which helps in removal of the file. Recently they have given one question on gyro kit. Gyro kits are used to remove the post. Masterman kits all are used to remove the files. This is used to remove the post. This is one more system which helps in removing the post. You can see the post removal inserted, and they are removing the post. And few important lines related to isthmus. I hope you know what is isthmus. Isthmus can be identified by methylene blue. Methylene blue is used in many situations where you can identify the cracks also. You can identify the extra canals also with the methylene blue. These are different types of isthmus already posted on group yesterday, and Aiims people, they have already given many questions onto this. Please go ahead, read about all the 5 types of isthmus. This is Meltdowns classification, again an important area when you are talking about the C-shaped canals. So there are 3 types of Meltdowns categories, and the C-shaped canals are most common in the second mandibular molars. Make a note about this, and make a note about these 3 categories, which is again a very important topic. Okay, the levels of clinical significance, they can ask you all the levels. which stands first, which stands last, which study is more clinically relevant. They can ask you the ascending order, they can ask you the descending order. Please learn about this. This is very important. Retro preparation, you can see a band here, right? You can see a band in almost all the things which are used as retro preparation files, which are also called as, you can see here the word KISS. They're called as KISS 10, 20, 30, 40 files, which are used for retro prep. Most favorite question of Aiims. I hope this flap is already done in the previous slide. Please go ahead. This is the most commonly used flap that is used in the aesthetic purpose of endodontics. Apical ramifications and lateral ramifications at 3 millimeters, 98% of apical and 93% of lateral ramifications are removed. I hope you are very good at this monoblock concept. The main important aspect is forming a single block, single cohesive bond. In the primary monoblock, you have only one interface, and the examples of Hydron, MTA, Biogata, polyethylene fiber post and core buildup. The second one, where you will have two interfaces. Please learn about the examples, which are damn important. Tertiary, you will have three interfaces. Three interfaces, and regularly asked is active GP and Endoris are the most commonly asked examples related to tertiary monoblock. Okay, identify this red color point. The red color point is fenestration, which is an isolated one with a marginal bone intact, whereas white one is a dehiscence where there is no marginal bone intact. This is the Wien's modification of determining working length. Regularly you need to go 1 millimeter short. In the case of a bone resorption, you need to go for 1.5 millimeter short. In the case of bone as well as tooth resorption, you need to go for 2 millimeter short of apex. MTAD, again a most commonly asked question given by Voltron. It's a mixture of tetracycline isomer, which is the doxycycline, and citric acid and a detergent. Okay, the detergent that is used here is Tweed 80. Most effective against E. fecalis. These are different modifications of EDTA. So please learn about these modifications. Already asked question is RC prep. RC prep is a combination of EDTA plus urea peroxidase. Please learn about rest all things. Just make a note so that in options you can directly go for the EDTA C. C is Seviclon. So I feel like you can easily manage these questions if you have an idea or a command over what is this actually. If you can have a one time reading, I hope you can easily select the options. Okay, this is again a method that helps in determining the extra canals. Accurate access opening, ultrasonics, as I said, like methyl blue, Chamfy's test, which is use of sodium hypochlorite, and other methods of identifying the extra canals. So just go with the slide. Just one time reading. I feel like you can manage the things off. So this is PA index, periapical index, which was given in Neet, not in Aiims, but I want you guys to make a note. PA index 1 is a normal periapical structure, 2 is smaller changes, 3 is changes in the bone structure with a minimal mineral loss, and 4 is periodontitis with well-defined radiolucency, and 5 is severe periodontitis with elemental indicating for the expansion of the lesion. Upon diagram based question, you can just have a look over this. These are the 5 scorings of PI index. Done for now. Going to come out with another video. Study hard. All the best, guys. Signing off. Dr.